Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Sanders going left side here, and it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Sanders. Off-play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
You must be dreaming. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 9, check 9. Back. Tempo. Right.
They'll run on 1st down. Huntley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here I come.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Dorsett's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Left guard defense. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check 31. Watch the safety creep. Check 15. Watch twist.
On 2nd down now. Huntley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Boost the team.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
How you leave a receiver of that caliber that wide open on that play is absolutely beyond me. You've watched tape. You've gone over the scouting report. Your first move should be double or triple him and make sure someone else doesn't beat you.
Well, especially on 3rd down. That's what's really baffling. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Huntley. inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw. Practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Blue Dan. Showing up. Watch the eye. Check 42.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Bears' 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick your game up.
Now a give, right side. Huntley. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Check 37. Check safety.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch 54. Start it. Hey, alert 3. Alert. Mike 5-4.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Below Nichols. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3 down.
Hey, alert.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So Wilson heads to the sideline, and on comes Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go!
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ricky. Big ass. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
To throw is Sanders. Looking to throw on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's got room. 34 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On first down, Huntley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And a huge play that time. 44 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Joker, 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 Joker.
They'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On second down, Huntley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Right back to him on first down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check, 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 check. Kill. 14. Switch. Check 50.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On second down now, Huntley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, watch the slant.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, Huntley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
12. Rush in. Mike's 54. Mike 54.
Watch the pass.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Sanders. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Sanders. A final shot before break. And his throw is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you crosstown to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Mike. I'm coming for you. You Mike. Hustle. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Sanders now from the gun, he'll throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off.
Check. Watch 54. Let him know. 14. He's checking. Crash. Left pass. He's coming.
They'll run on first down. Huntley, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Shift. Say it.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, 0. Mike, 54. Watch that check. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Not today.
They'll run with Mack. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball. 58's the money. 58's the money. I'm coming at you.
Sanders to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Sanders off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Yes, Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson is complete to Lockett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All day, baby. All day. All day. All day. Quick dash. Quick dash. Got it. Kill. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Hey, easy.
It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to fourth down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Sanders, operating from the gun. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Sanders, incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Sanders throwing on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. Switch.
Sanders now throwing after the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Sanders throwing again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Here's Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Check it out, read.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's... been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Sanders to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
58,
To throw is Sanders. Throwing on 4th down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
54, right there.
Look, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Watch twist.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley, he's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And touchdown! A great effort there. 31 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eli Apple. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now it's Wilson. He's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but